Welcome to the Rocket Right Show, starring Hurricane Betsy Barnes and Dr. K. Solar. Two busy blondes with their fingers on the pulse of all things Louisiana. Events, health, leisure, entertainment, and more. It's the Rocket Right Show. And now, here's Betsy and Kay.
And welcome to Rocket Right. We are so glad that you decided to spend the next hour just enjoying all things Louisiana. So it's not Betsy and Kay tonight. Tonight it's Betsy and Chard, who is the incoming president of the Baton Rouge Rotary, the fourth largest Rotary in the world. He's also the managing director and executive vice president of Alliant. And we're going to talk with Chard a little bit about the million things that he does, which he does a lot of different things. And then we're also going to have Keysha Robinson. She's been our guest before. She's the interim executive director of the Iris Domestic Violence Center. And they're doing some amazing work. And so we've always supported Iris. And so we want to share with you kind of where they are now, kind of an update, and then some of the things that they have need of. And then we also have another recurring guest, Jacky Tullier. She and her husband own American Family Martial Arts in Baton Rouge and Prairieville, and she is going to share with us about summer camps, some of the ways that we can protect ourselves, some of the ways that they have a lot of fun, just being cool and a little athletic and
perfect.
Being prepared. It's about being prepared.
And you're never too prepared, right?
That's right. That's right. So thank you so much for being my guest. So Chard and I have grown up together. I say that with no shame because I've known him to be a person of integrity and just really super smart, always helpful for people all my life. And so I'm thankful that
you're too kind.
Are here. I'm too honest.
Well, I very much appreciate it. Thank you, Betsy. Well, it's great to be here with you tonight.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. And so Dr. K. Solar is not with us because she is in Nashville back and forth. You might see that her son CJ was one of 3 singer-songwriters that were on the cover of Billboard this week. So Billboard takes a lot of interest in CJ, and so do we. So
that's fantastic news. That's great.
Isn't that awesome?
What an exciting time.
It is. It really is. And CMA Fest is coming up, so she's a little tied up there, but I'm glad you could jump in.
And I'm happy to do so. Appreciate you having me, and I hope that I don't ruin things for Kay. Right? She's going to I need to get back from Nashville quick.
That's right. Well, I'm really glad that you could come because I wanted you to share some of the things that you're doing in the employee benefit industry. I think this is really important because, post-COVID, everything changed. A lot of people were laid off. A lot of people lost their benefits. A lot of people were working from home. It really changed the dynamic of every single industry.
It did.
Insurance and finances. And so I do think there's a lot of people that are looking for jobs, looking to move laterally or elevate where they are now, people who are currently in decision-making positions. And I think that people might be shopping the benefits for their employees because they've either gone up or down or fluctuated, and maybe some people looking at retirement. So I know that we'll never be able to cover all the facets of that, but you know it. And tell me some of the things that you've noticed that have changed that people who own or manage companies need to be aware of that maybe they haven't been in full understanding of.
Well, first and foremost, we can talk in terms of, from an historical perspective, it's always been an important part of an employee's compensation, their entire benefits package. And it's not just the health insurance, it's retirement, whether it be 401k or 403b type programs, retirement programs, and other benefits, ancillary benefits, like disability and life insurance and dental and vision and things of this nature. It's even expanded now where it's not unusual to see that, even pet insurance of all things, along with things like legal identity theft and things of this nature. It's been important for people, but over the past 15 or 20 years, it's really elevated and become such an even more important part of not just an employee's benefits, what's interesting to them, but also the companies. So an employer today, the second largest expenditure that they have is their employee benefits package, followed right behind their payroll. And so an employer is now making decisions that used to be just the Human Resources Department, and now the Human Resource Department is partnered with the CFO, the people that make the financial decisions, the CEOs of companies that are getting involved in saying, hey, I need to know what my employees, number one, it's about recruiting employees and then retaining them. But the other part to that is escalating cost. You know, we're seeing incredible inflation right now in everything.
Gas prices affect the bottom line and the margin of profit.
Everything.
Benefits, higher insurance premiums,
That's right.
all of that.
And benefits have historically been approaching double digits, some in, the 7-8% inflationary increases, where if you think about an employer's cost allocation, if it's going at 7 or 8%, over a period of time it exceeds their growth and it hits their bottom line, and so they're looking to scale back, raise deductibles, co-pays, high deductible health plans with HSAs, health savings accounts, those kind of things, all in an opportunity to shift cost from the employer to the employee, and it's a challenge. So, it's become more complex, and it's become a very consultative process now for an employer and the people that do it.
Well, companies like Alliant have large companies that they consult with and try to help, but it seems like if you have this great plethora of benefits, but yet the employee has to pay more and more, it seems like it would hurt recruiting, because we have such a worker shortage in so many industries.
That's right.
And so that is a tough balance.
It is. There are requirements now that, with the Obamacare program that was instituted. There are so many other factors that an employer has to face that are compliance oriented. What do I have to do? How do I have to contribute? These kind of things. And so it's navigating that process is fairly complicated, and so we partner with them in a consultative fashion to look at, here are your options, here's what you need to do, with the mindset being, look, an employee's got to think, this is a value to me. If you get a benefit plan and they go home in the evening and say, this is terrible, well, the employer's still spending money on it. That's not a good outcome. Right. So we work pretty closely with employers. And you mentioned earlier, we do work with large employers, but it's everybody from small 2-3 life employers, all the way up to state governments and things of that nature, in the public sector as well. So
it would be a good idea for people to just give you a call, because every single company is different.
Happy to, right? Alliant is a national, a top 10 national insurance brokerage firm. We're based out of California, out of Newport Beach, but operate throughout the United States in different areas.
Well, you've been in this industry for a long time, and you
maybe longer than I might want to admit. Yes,
but that's a good thing, though, because you do have the historical knowledge, but you also know what's required.
Yes.
By the state and federal governments to be able to give employees. I myself would forego pet insurance to have a lower deductible. That's just me.
You'd be surprised.
That's so true.
That's right.
Well, we only have about a minute left, and so I want you to stay with me.
Sure.
You are going to co-host, but I want to talk to you a little bit more about Alliant, and I also want to talk to you about the Baton Rouge Rotary Club, which I'm very proud to be a new member of. But it is a phenomenal organization worldwide.
Yes.
And you're going to be coming in June. You'll be coming into your incoming presidency for the world's 4th largest Rotary Club, which is pretty amazing. So hang tight. We're going to talk with Chard with Alliant and Baton Rouge Rotary Club. We're also going to be talking with Keysha Robinson with Irish Domestic Violence Center, and Jacky Tullier talking about summer camps and being able to protect yourself. And we're going to be right back with Rocket Right. I'm Hurricane Betsy Barnes, here with my co-host Chard Richard. Hang tight.
There's a joy of life you'll find only in Louisiana. A spirit of celebration that takes your senses places they've never been before. Where expressions of joy are an art form and our way of life. Where an abundance of good food, good times, and great music means there's more than enough to go around. Come one, come y'all. Come feed your soul in Louisiana. I'm John Goodman, inviting you to visit LouisianaTravel.com and plan your getaway today.
The use of opioids and addiction to opioids is on the rise, especially in Louisiana, and I wanted to be a part of the solution. If you have a family member or loved one that you are concerned about with regard to opioid use, please call my clinic, Advantage Health Solutions. You can speak with my nurse or you can speak with myself, and we will talk to you about how to get that person into treatment. And we'll tailor what we do to your needs, and we'll do what we can to get your loved one in treatment and onto the path to health.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser of the great state of Louisiana. Hurricane Ida has brought great devastation to our community. In time of need, Louisianans always step up and help their neighbor. This time is no different. We'll help our neighbors and friends get back as we always do. If you need help or know of someone that needs help or would like to volunteer or make a donation, go to volunteerlouisiana.gov. We are Louisiana Strong. Thank you.
Red Stick Music, Baton Rouge's live music calendar since 2014, with a full calendar available on the website 24/7, clickable links to artists and venues. View the entire weekend lineup at a glance and plan your outings with your friends. View professional recordings of local live musicians, watch interviews with people in our music community, and find additional resources. Red Stick Music, Baton Rouge's live music calendar.
At Trip Chat, we believe special places shouldn't go undiscovered and good stories shouldn't go unheard. Imagine exploring a new area while listening to amazing stories about the places and people who made it what it is today.
This great waterway courses through 10 states, starting in northern Minnesota and ending in Louisiana. The connectivity of the river drains 41% of the continental United States and carries more water than any other waterway. The fabric of America truly is woven from the common thread of the Mississippi River.
This community tapas bar and grill reels in, sautés, and perfectly plates earthy yet refined flavors by marrying chic urban elegance with rustic Spanish simplicity. We transport flavors from traditional Spain fused with international tastes. Over 240 different species of birds have been spotted making their homes around and in this lake. This beautiful lake is a great place for all kinds of recreation, like fishing, boating, picnicking, and a beautiful walking trail.
When you discover new places and learn what the locals already know, you maximize your experience.
Fill your tote with local treasures ranging from...
Immerse yourself in the culture and communities that surround you. With up to 12 categories to select from, stories are delivered to you based on your interest. Trip Chat, the free Audible tour guide app that helps you discover great places through authentic storytelling, so you eat, stay, and play like a local. Download Trip Chat, then drive, walk, or run, and go find your fun.
Since the early 1800s, the Selassie family has played a significant role in the retail industry in Louisiana. Stuart Selassie has achieved the Certified Diamond Graduate designation from the prestigious Gemological Institute of America. What that means to you, whether it's appraisals, design, build, repair, or diamond sales, you have an expert you can count on. At Selassie's, you make all the right choices. Selassie Jewelry and Fine Gifts, in the heart of the Denham Springs Antique District. Find them on Facebook.
And you're back with Rocket Right. I am Hurricane Betsy Barnes here with my guest co-host, Chard with Alliant Employee Benefits and Baton Rouge Rotary Club. So thank you for co-hosting with me.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
So I am a new Rotarian, but I know tons of Rotarians. I'd previously been a Rotarian in Mobile, Alabama, and Raleigh, North Carolina. And then finally am thrilled to be a Rotarian here in my hometown of Baton Rouge. Your hometown, our hometown.
That's right. And we're glad to have you.
Thank you. I appreciate
Very much
that.
So.
And so tell us a little bit about some of the things that Baton Rouge Rotary is doing and has coming up, because there's some phenomenal speakers, but there's so much good work that they do in the community.
You know, it really is. I've been a member of the club since 2000, so 22 years. It's hard to sometimes really reconcile that.
That just flew by.
It did. I can tell you it's been a highlight of my life to be able to serve the community with our club. There's a long history and tradition in the Rotary Club of Baton Rouge, and it over 100 years old. There's been some people there, some real titans in Baton Rouge history that have, we kind of stand on their shoulders and to give back to our community, to contribute. Our foundation, our Rotary Foundation, has over $2 million in it. We give tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, actually a year, to different nonprofits to give back to our community. Our membership has historically been in the 500 range, a little below that now through the COVID period, which was a challenging time for people. But you're right. So we meet each Wednesday during lunch at Drusilla Catering, and we generally have 150 to 250 guests, club members and guests each week. And we have a great lineup of speakers. We're fortunate that there's been a tradition that coming to address the Rotary Club. You were with us today, so we had the governor come do his annual address to the club, and our speaker lineup always attracts a good membership to
full house every
always.
Week.
Great lunch and great fellowship, but it's more than that, right? So that's a great time to fellowship with our club members. But it's also, we have numerous committees that endeavor to work in our community to do things. We dedicated on our 100th anniversary of Rotary that beautiful sculpture at the end of Florida Boulevard, right on the levee. Those people who haven't had a chance to go see it, it's remarkable. It really is.
There was a gorgeous sunset the other day when I was leaving the Capitol area, and I literally stopped and took a picture of the sunset reflecting in that Rotary sculpture, and it's beautiful. If you've not seen it, you need to go see it. It is one of the highlights of down Baton Rouge.
I think sometimes I tell this story to some folks that when we're talking a little bit about what is Rotary and what has Rotary done in the community. There's so many things that we could talk about. Yeah. But one of the things, I remember my very first year, we used to have a committee called the Mainstream Committee, and that was available to all new members over the course of a year that you joined membership, and everybody was required as a new member to participate in that. And so the year that I joined, I was part of that Mainstream Committee, and I co-chaired the committee with Hiller Moore's father. Mr. Hiller Moore, great man, had retired. He became a member after he retired as the CEO and president of Associated Grocers. And we co-chaired a committee, and the committee collectively selected a project to work on. And this particular project that we chose was helping to create the Children's Advocacy Center of Baton Rouge.
I did not know that.
Yeah, what's an interesting story about that is that if I remember correctly, at that time, Baton Rouge was the largest city in the United States without an advocacy center for children. And which I thought was remarkable. And so we kind of said, hey, why is that? And there was a number of factors. The different entities, whether it be the DA, the sheriff's office, Baton Rouge Police, the mayor, and others, all kind of had, it was like a turf war. How was it going to run? What was going to happen? Nobody was opposed to it. All the things you can imagine, Betsy. So where I think that Rotary, where it really indicates the level of influence and power that the club has, is that we were able to assemble a group of people to be a kind of mediator with those parties, and in short order over the course of that year, we helped form and found the Children's Advocacy Center of Baton Rouge. That's gone on to be recognized now as one of the great children's advocacy centers in the country.
Yeah, and these are for children that need an advocate.
Well, that's right.
Neglected, abused children that have been through a lot of different trauma. It could be a variety of things, but they need counseling services.
Yeah, I should have explained that.
Yes. No, please go ahead.
It's like, for example, if you're a victim, if you're a child victim, you're brought into a police station and you're questioned just like you would any other adult criminal or other victim. It's an intimidating environment.
Yes, for anyone.
So bring them into a place where it's warm, and you have somebody that's conducting the interview, that's videotaped, that puts the child at ease and comfortable, and that they haven't done anything wrong.
Correct.
And to help get them in a safe environment.
And let them feel like there's an opportunity for things to get better.
That's right, and that, I can't even begin to imagine how traumatizing that must be. But it's important for our community to be in the front,
That's
leading
right.
in that, and so that's just one example,
There's
right?
so
and it's personal
many.
to me.
Yeah, there's so many examples of the way that Rotary has come in, and Interwheel used to be a part of Rotary.
Oh, yeah.
And Interwheel now is a separate organization but raises money for a lot of different nonprofits. So it's about service above self. Anybody who's a Rotarian listening, you need to come visit this club for lunch. And if you're not a Rotarian, maybe you need to consider coming as a guest and
That's
seeing
right.
if it's something that you'd like to do, because it is service above self.
Well, I'll extend a personal invitation to, if you're in a community, you're visiting our community, come visit us, come join us. We meet, as I say, on Wednesdays, typically every Wednesday around noon, just before noon, and come enjoy the fellowship of the club, see what we're doing, and if it fits you and you feel comfortable, come be a member, come join and help be part of that group.
And I think we should mention your current president of the club, Maui Tataki. He's just amazing.
Yes.
And he just drives a great meeting.
Yep.
And he's just so professional. And tell us a little bit about him.
Well, look, thank you for bringing that up.
Yes.
Yeah, Maui is a fine gentleman. He works with Fred Dent with the Dent Financial Group,
Yes.
and he's been a great, strong leader. He's from Ghana, and really has become a great contributor
And
to our
brilliant.
community. Great leader, and that's kind of reflective of what you've seen historically. I'm very humbled. And God knows I stay awake at night and think, what can I do to make sure I don't screw this thing up? There's been some great leaders that have ahead of me, and Maui's has been a great example to follow.
Yes.
Big shoes to fill.
Yes. So we will extend that invitation. So you can always go to Rocket Right Entertainment on Facebook or Twitter, Instagram, and you could just say, hey, I'd like to be your guest for Rotary, and then we'll make that happen.
Absolutely. Reach out to
Yes.
us. I mean, you can.
That's right.
You know where to find Betsy.
That's right.
And,
I'm pretty easy to find.
That's exactly right. Good and bad.
Good and bad.
But it'd be our pleasure to
Sure.
welcome everybody. It really is a warm environment, and and as I say, it's interesting, the speakers, and you think that who we each year with, and just some of them with the governor addresses us generally every year.
Yeah.
The LSU football coach, whoever that may be, we've got a new one this year.
Looking forward to hearing that speech.
Yeah, that comes at the end of July, right
Yeah.
before LSU starts fall camp. We'll hear from Coach Kelly this year. It'll be great to welcome him and really give him a proper introduction to Baton Rouge.
That's right. He needs a good warm welcome.
That's right.
So we're going to be right back. My co-host Chard, Chard, and I are going to be talking with Keysha Robinson with the Iris Domestic Violence Center. And so hang tight. We're going to be right back.
Thank you.
Cancer is our sole focus at Mary Bird Perkins. Every decision we make is centered around furthering care and lessening the burden of this disease. That absolute focus on cancer allows us to provide breakthrough treatments as we continue to raise the bar and enhance patient outcomes as Louisiana's premier cancer care organization. Whatever cancer sends our way, together, we triumph. Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center.
Money, wellness, fun. Rocket Right Radio takes you all across Louisiana and the nation with guests who live life to the fullest.
I'm Hurricane Betsy Barnes.
I'm Dr. Kay Solar.
You're gonna love it.
Join us every week when we cover
Everything under the sun.
Live and learn with the Wright sisters.
Politics,
health,
music and entertainment.
local Lagnet.
Rocket Right Radio. You're gonna love it.
Hi, I'm Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser of the great state of Louisiana. Hurricane Ida has brought great devastation to our community. In time of need, Louisianans always step up and help their neighbor. This time is no different. We'll help our neighbors and friends get back as we always do. If you need help or know of someone that needs help or would like to volunteer or make a donation, go to volunteerlouisiana.gov. We are Louisiana Strong. Thank you.
As AmeriCorps members and volunteers, we do more than talk about our core values. We take action and commit to making our community stronger.
At AmeriCorps, my commitment to equity gives every student a strong start. Our compassion brings food and friendship to neighbors in need.
My determination protects parks in my community.
Now more than ever, your community needs you. What's at your core? Learn more at AmeriCorps.gov.
Red Stick Music, Baton Rouge's live music calendar since 2014, with a full calendar available on the website 24/7. Clickable links to artists and venues. View the entire weekend lineup at a glance and plan your outings with your friends. View professional recordings of local live musicians. Watch interviews with people in our music community and find additional resources. Red Stick Music, Baton Rouge's live music calendar.
Whitetail Properties is not your average real estate company. Land specialist and MSU alum Jeff Taylor in Mississippi and LSU fan realtor Kay Taylor have teamed up. Their sole purpose is uniting buyers and sellers of recreational land. If you're interested in hunting, ranch, investment, and timber properties, Whitetail Properties experts have the right real estate for you. Call Jeff Taylor, 601-248-9433, or Kay Taylor, 225-719-0495, or visit whitetailproperties.com.
At Hightower Dental Concepts, we take a compassionate approach to family dentistry. Our goal is to make your dental experience comfortable and informative so you can make the best dental care decisions for you and your family. We're welcoming new patients to our dental family at Essen & Perkins, and we look forward to meeting you soon at Hightower Dental Concepts. Call us today at 769-0031 or request your appointment at info@dentalconceptsbr.com.
There's a joy of life you'll find only in Louisiana. A spirit of celebration that takes your senses places they've never been before. Where expressions of joy are an art form and our way of life. Where an abundance of good food, good times, and great music means there's more than enough to go around. Come one, come y'all. Come feed your soul in Louisiana. I'm John Goodman, inviting you to visit LouisianaTravel.com and plan your getaway today.
And welcome back to Rock It Right. We are so glad that you decided to tune in and learn a little bit more of some of the things that we find to be interesting, and what makes them interesting are the people that are behind them that make it work. So Dr. Kay Solar is not with us for this particular show. She is in Nashville, but she will be with us again soon. My guest co-host is Chard. He is the Managing Director and Executive Vice President of Alliant Employee Benefits, and our guest is Keysha Robinson. She's the Interim Executive Director of the Iris Domestic Violence Center. Thank you so much for coming back. You've been our guest before. It's been a little while. John Price had been our guest before. And we just appreciate what you do for women who find themselves in a violent domestic situation, whether they're dating, whether they're married, whether they're moms, and their children, and those that need our help. Thank you so much for doing what you do.
Thank you for having us back on the show. Yes, we are excited to share with you this afternoon. We operate in 7 parishes, Southwest Louisiana. We do provide residential, non-residential, and legal services to victims of dating and family violence. And it's very critical that people are aware that they do have a way out.
So the center's been around for some time, but you went from a smaller place to a larger place. And we're not going to talk about the address or anything like that because it's a safe house type environment, but it's a larger facility. But you're not just housing people in the East Baton Rouge Parish or West Baton Rouge. As you said, it's 7 parishes, and you recently told me that there are people that were displaced because of Hurricane Ida.
Yes.
When their center for domestic violence was now uninhabitable because of Hurricane Ida.
Yes, we are excited. Here in the great state of Louisiana, we actually have 16 programs. We call them our sister programs. So Iris is currently helping one of our sister programs rebuild after the storm. So currently in the Safe House, we have 22 ladies, 43 kids, and we also have victims housed in remote locations. So we are very grateful for the stakeholders here in the state of Louisiana, our grant funders, that we are able to provide critical services, but yet quality services to every victim within our service area.
So when somebody calls you and you offer services, give us just a really quick little run through of some of the things that you need to find out from them to get them what they need. And then I want to make sure that we get to some of the things that you need. Some years ago, I put together with some other ladies a virtual baby shower. We didn't know the moms, we didn't know the children, but we wanted to make sure they had what they needed, and we had a lot of people donate to be able to give moms with young kids. But now you've got kids of all ages, and here comes summer.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what you provide and the kind of the screening process, I guess, to make sure you're getting people what they need and then what they need from us.
So the first step is to contact our 24-hour hotline. We will complete an assessment. Based on the assessment, your lethality, we will bring you into the Safe House. Some survivors are not in need of our residential location. They may just need legal services. We do have a director of legal service. We have a staff attorney. We have a legal advocate that will support them throughout the 7 parishes with a temporary restraining order. Our non-residential services consist of rental assistance, deposit, furniture, relocation. Those are just some of the basic financial assistance that our agency provide. So in regards to support, I do thank you, Betsy, for your continued support. We currently in need of pillars. On our new campus, it's 47,000 square feet. Each lady have their own private room with a private bathroom. During COVID, a lot of clients are, apprehensive about coming into the shelter program because of COVID. So they do not have to share a room. We have single rooms and family rooms. So each family come in, we have a welcome basket, a pillow top mattress, comforter set. It's like home away from home. We take pride in providing quality services. So we currently need that, and also basic toiletries. You did speak of Summer. We do have one of our donors. We greatly appreciate her. She donated 26 bicycles, different size. We have a world-class playground on campus. We are partnered with different summer camps to offer swimming, horseback riding. Our next guest, she also offered to volunteer in kind so that our ladies will have opportunities to engage in our families. The babies, we do call them our babies, that they have the opportunity to experience summer like normal kids.
Well, that's really important because it's, of course, not the children's fault, but domestic violence, by all accounts, seems to be increasing. I'm not sure if it was because of the pandemic and everybody was home, and so they didn't have that chance to report at school. There wasn't as many eyes on the children because everybody was sent home during quarantine. It just seemed like there was a lot of pressure, a lot of financial issues that changed. Did you see a high rise in domestic violence through this last couple of years? Because it's been a couple of years, not a couple of months. So it changed a lot of things.
Unfortunately, yes. And if everyone been paying attention to the news, the 2-year-old, which is still dear to my heart, we lost him. The mom was fatally shot and the baby was thrown over the bridge. Within the last 2 months, we have lost 5 kids under the age of 18. My concern is that the trend has changed from the adults to the minor kids. The perpetrator is taking advantage of causing additional harm by taking away the minor child. That's a concern for me, Betsy, and my concern is that let's educate the community about the resources. Let's encourage them to seek our services, and we will be very instrumental in making sure that that victim do not return back to her abuser. We just had a spring camp when the kids was out for a spring camp. We are planning summer camp. We have volunteers. We have painting. We have arts and craft. We have the snowball stand coming. We're going to have our outdoor barbecue. So every child that come into our safe house, and thank you for using the term safe house, because a lot of times when you use the term shelter, it comes with a negative emotion.
Right.
So every individual that come into our program is considered a safe house because our goal is to keep them safe. Every child that come in will receive a toy. We will give the moms a journal so that they can write their thoughts down, and we're going to immediately from day one provide resources to every victim in our program.
Which is probably part of the Children's Advocacy Center.
Sure.
I'm sure y'all work closely with
Yes.
them, and thank the Lord for Rotary and Rotarians that wanted to have that when we didn't have one.
Yes.
And the same thing with the Domestic Violence Center. I mean, safe house means they're not homeless. Shelter implies somebody's homeless.
Yes.
So they can come and stay as long as they are receiving services and they follow some basic guidelines of safety for everybody else there.
Yes, we do have program rules, and as you stated, the 45-day program is emergency shelter. We have partnered with employers that give our clients a preference with hiring. We partner with 2 local child care facilities. Our kids do not have to wait on a waiting list, so day 2 they can go into child care. We pay the application fees. We pay child care assistance. Once they become employed, after 2 full paychecks, we assist with a minimum of 2 months rent and deposit. We do relocation. Our victims are given a full voucher to shop at any furniture store here within the city. It's not used furniture. It's just giving them that aha moment that someone really care and that we are putting all our resources. So we are grateful to our grant funders, to the Rotary, to Betsy, to make sure that we are committed and we care here in the city of Baton Rouge.
But you're also giving people back their human dignity and respect. And it chokes me up. It really does. I've met quite a few women who've been through some really hard times who truly give back. And then there's a lot of women that are too ashamed to ask for help. And so we want to encourage you that we will connect you with Keysha. We will connect you if you just need somebody to talk to. I've actually run into people, met people, and called her and said, there's somebody that's living in their car, and I think they need to talk to you. But she is a discerner. She can discern. She has the spirit to discern. Are they playing you, or do they really need help? And so she and I have been through that scenario with each other. And so I can honestly say, if you need help, this is the person that you need to call with Irish Domestic Violence Center, because if you need help, you're going to get your dignity, your self-respect, and your sense of independence back.
And even with the welcome basket, it's hard for a lady to come in and ask another female for personal items.
Right.
So in that welcome basket, you're going to have every item that you need. If you're coming in emotional, you just want a journal, or you're coming in and you're experiencing female problems, whatever, that basket is filled with love. Every lady that come in is going to have that basket. Every child come in is going to have a toy, a private room, clean. We have a cleaning crew. When we move them out, we sanitize it to minimize the spread of COVID. So we operate that facility with love. We operate it with, we have a service pledge that we are committed to make sure every lady, every child enter our campus into our room know that we care, and we are going to provide the very best service here in the state of Louisiana.
So tell the website and the phone number.
The hotline number is 225-389-3001. Again, 225-389-3001. Our website, www.stopdv.org. We are here. We're one phone call away, and we are committed to ending domestic violence here in the great state of Louisiana.
And if you want to send us a message on Rocket Right Entertainment Facebook, or you want to go to Instagram, or you want to go to anything that we can do, we're going to connect you with Keysha. We're going to connect you to help. So we've run out of time, and we are going to be coming back and talk with Jacky Tullier with American Family Martial Arts, and we're going to learn a little bit more about self-protection and summer camps. Hang with us.
Thank you.
At Hightower Dental Concepts, we take a compassionate approach to family dentistry. Our goal is to make your dental experience comfortable and informative so you can make the best dental care decisions for you and your family. We're welcoming new patients to our dental family at Essen & Perkins, and we look forward to meeting you soon at Hightower Dental Concepts. Call us today at 769-0031 or request your appointment at info@dentalconceptsbr.com.
Some call it joie de vivre, the joy of life. In Louisiana, it's our way of life. From music that shakes up your senses to food that wakes up your palate. That joy vibrates in every note we play and spices up every meal we serve. So come live life to the fullest. Come one, come y'all, come feed your soul in Louisiana. I'm Sean Ardway, inviting you to plan your trip at louisianatravel.com.
Hi, I'm Katie, Operation Manager here at Old School Barbecue. We're excited about all of the changes here at Old School, and we'd like to invite everyone to come out and enjoy some delicious barbecue at Old School prices. We feature brisket, chicken, ribs, sausage, and the Boss Hog pulled pork sandwich voted best deal in town. We also have live music Friday and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. 10655 Coursey Boulevard. We can't wait to see you.
Since the early 1800s, the Selassie family has played a significant role in the retail industry in Louisiana. Stuart Selassie has achieved the Certified Diamond Graduate designation from the prestigious Gemological Institute of America. What that means to you, whether it's appraisals, design, build, repair, or diamond sales, you have an expert you can count on. At Selassie's, you make all the right choices. Selassie Jewelry and Fine Gifts in the heart of the Denham Springs Antique District. Find them on Facebook.
The use of opioids and addiction to opioids is on the rise, especially in Louisiana, and I wanted to be a part of the solution. If you have a family member or loved one that you are concerned about with regard to opioid use, please call my clinic, Advantage Health Solutions. You can speak with my nurse or you can speak with myself, and we will talk to you about how to get that person into treatment, and we'll tailor what we do to your needs, and we'll do what we can to get your loved one in treatment and onto the path to health.
As AmeriCorps members and volunteers, we do more than talk about our core values. We take action and commit to making our community stronger.
At AmeriCorps, my commitment to equity gives every student a strong start.
Our compassion brings food and friendship to neighbors in need.
My determination protects sparks in my community.
Now more than ever, your community needs you. What's at your core? Learn more at AmeriCorps.gov.
Whitetail Properties is not your average real estate company. Land specialist and MSU alum Jeff Taylor in Mississippi and LSU fan realtor Kay Taylor have teamed up. Their sole purpose is uniting buyers and sellers of recreational land. If you are interested in hunting, ranch, investment, and timber properties, Whitetail Properties experts have the right real estate for you. Call Jeff Taylor, 601-248-9433, or Kay Taylor, 225-719-0495, or visit whitetailproperties.com.
Cancer is our sole focus at Mary Bird Perkins. Every decision we make is centered around furthering care and lessening the burden of this disease. That absolute focus on cancer allows us to provide breakthrough treatments as we continue to raise the bar and enhance patient outcomes as Louisiana's premier cancer care organization. Whatever cancer sends our way, together, we triumph. Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center.
And you're back with Rock It Right. I am Hurricane Betsy Barnes here with my guest co-host Chard of Alliant Employee Benefits and the Baton Rouge Rotary Club. Kay Solar will be joining us probably next week. She's in Nashville. But our guest is Jacky Tullier. She is co-owner with her husband of American Family Martial Arts. So thank you so much.
Yes.
I know you're running 2 different locations, Baton Rouge and Prairieville, and you stay busy day and night.
I do stay busy day and night. We have a team of 3 that runs the locations. So my husband is the chief instructor. Then we have Jessica Efferson is our operations manager. Her T-shirt is Thief of Joy.
Thief of Joy.
My husband's T-shirt is Commander Chaos. And I do all the administrative tasks, social media, so I'm Word Girl. But some days I'm the administrative goddess. Kind of depends. Depends on how the day goes.
That's right. Or Karate Diva.
Karate Diva. Sometimes.
That'd be a good one.
That'd be a good one. Yeah.
So we thank you for coming back because you've been here before. And so we want to know a little bit about summer camps. You know, the camps that you have, and also about just self-defense.
Okay.
I think it's important that we all have a little self-defense, right?
Now more than ever, right?
Yes.
Well, and I was going to say, with Keysha, we do run a women's self-defense course. In the past, we have definitely donated to Iris. One of the missions that I have and that our population has is empowering women. My business cards, we empower people of all ages. So self-defense, you know, we don't teach our 8-year-olds. They are not going to take out a 200-pound man.
No.
Neither are you as small female. You're not going to take out a 200-pound man. But we can show you ways to make them release a grip. You can kick and run away.
Well, I'm small but mighty.
You are very mighty.
mess
You
with
are
her.
very mighty. So what we do is help you harness that inner hurricane.
Yeah, that's right. To be able to escape, though, the whole thing is getting away safely.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. If you get away and are not harmed, well, if you get away, that's our goal.
Yeah.
We don't. That's our entire goal is getting away.
And then you get safe, and then you get their license plate, your video. You get then you
or
get the rest of the
something.
stuff.
I'm all about the knees.
Yes. As long as you
Yes.
are able to escape and defend yourself, that is the goal.
And it's empowering. We have a lot of women that you watch TV and you think, oh my God, he hit that guy for 15 minutes and he still didn't go down. But that's not real life.
No.
And so a lot of women that take our courses learn that 2 or 3 techniques. I can't show them to you right now, but we are going to do that one day where we have a segment and we do
I
self-defense.
appreciate that, by the way.
You're very welcome. We are on TV.
That's right.
So but we could maybe bring a videographer and come to the center and then see how that class goes.
That would be great.
Well, I don't think if Keysha, if we work something with her, I don't know that we could film that. But we do courses.
It could be me, Kay. We could get some friends to do it. People that we, are giving permission to do that. But I think it's so important for women to have, and especially young women, starting in maybe elementary school. They don't want to do these techniques on the other kids, but if somebody's bullying them and they physically are attacking them, words hurt worse than physical attack.
Sometimes
but
they do.
Still, you need to be able to be empowered.
Yeah, and that's what we believe in. That is our whole. I want to say that is the overriding mission of almost any karate school is we want to empower our people, whether it's to be confident when a bully is mean at you, and they are just saying words.
Right.
So if they call you a purple people eater, it's not true. And you have the confidence to know it doesn't matter what they say.
But bullies don't pick on confident people.
They don't.
So if you gain your confidence, chances are.
That's a good question. So is that self-awareness of how you portray yourself as empowered, as somebody, what's your experience about how they are able to avoid the confrontation to begin with, just by how they carry themselves before anything even happens?
That's certainly something we do. It comes from confidence.
Right.
And we do teach them a couple of different techniques of de-escalation, of going to find a trusted adult to help them get out of the situation. We do have reports so we certainly work on blocking and striking techniques. We've had a couple of kids very early in their careers, someone attacked him on a school bus. And without thinking about it, this person went to punch him. He just blocked.
Right.
And it was done.
It was over with.
Yeah, he blocked and punched.
Yeah, blocked and punched.
Punched,
It
yes.
was over with.
Because that's what we teach,
In a pretty strong way.
Yes, yes. So, I mean, he wasn't in trouble because he wasn't the aggressor.
Right.
Right.
But without thinking about it. And so that confidence that, well, I can take care of myself. I can break boards.
Right.
So what does it matter if he says mean things to me?
What about the awareness to avoid this situation? In other words, your surroundings. You teach beyond the self-defense
Absolutely.
piece. You teach that as well.
Yes, I'm thinking of the last course we had, and that is a part of the self-defense course. Is we go over. We spend about an hour. My husband's very enthusiastic, so it's an hour and a half for about 4 weeks. And we go over, if you're in this situation, this is what you do. If someone approaches you like this, and we do emphasize, when you're walking to the car, look around.
Right.
Don't, look around. Look them in the eyes.
Right.
I think the phone is a major distractor.
It
for
is.
kids playing games, walking, for teenagers, for adults. They're
Scrolling.
That's
yeah,
right.
Reading text.
Who better to steal something from or attack than somebody who's distracted?
Yeah, and of course there's the age-old advice of it's a wallet, it's a phone, let them have it.
Yeah.
Take it. I can get a new car.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to, but I can get a new car.
Yeah, Betsy, that's a really good point. I mean, when you think about distractions now, more than ever before, driving, anything else, but certainly your surroundings, what's going on around you. Are you in a threatening situation? Do you enter into a garage and not recognize the people standing over here and whether I should park here or not? So it's beyond just the self-defense piece. It's knowing what you're stepping into.
Well, and that's part of self-defense is you have to know if he comes in a certain way towards me, how am I going to react? So that's a part of becoming aware. If he comes from behind and is a bear hug, what are the, sorry,
Wow.
I'm doing the techniques.
That's
No, I love
okay.
it.
No,
That's
do
great.
it. That's fine.
It's part of being second nature, right?
It
You
is.
understand it.
It is. And I am actually a retired black belt. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna
How
find
can you
out.
retire as a black belt? Isn't it like being a Marine? Once you're a Marine, you're always a Marine.
I know, but people, I would say I'm not a black belt anymore, and they were like, "Oh, when are you coming back?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm with my husband 24/7, so I'm retired."
I don't ask. When you tell me you're a black belt, at any point in time, I'm gone.
That's right.
And we are family owned, so it's my husband, our 2 children. In fact, my son has taken over some extra classes, is teaching. So we are family owned here in town and Prairieville.
That's great.
So you've got some pictures of some of the camps. I think we have some pictures and a video. And so, some of the kids just having fun and the inside of your facility.
Ah, there we go. So this is one of the games during a camp. They're taking, these are bags, and so it's just kind of a racing game back and forth.
Good for fitness, just general overall fitness.
Yeah. So this is our camps this summer. We have, they do nunchucks, and then they will either do, this looks like staff, and then we also have a camp that's nunchuck and sword. So that's my husband in the middle. I don't know if you can see it. I think that's sword.
And what kid doesn't want to be able to swing a sword around at summer camp?
Yeah.
Now
these are our foam padded swords, so they're practicing. This is Nerf Wars. We have Nerf Wars every Friday during the summer, and we have Friday Nerf Wars.
I want to do that.
It is.
Me
It is
too.
a black.
Me
Look,
too.
look our kid. Look our little girl, our Anna.
Leading the way.
Yes. So that's our Friday Nerf Wars. And the kids come, and it's from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. All our camps are that time. And then on Fridays, it's from 9 to 3. And we have our summer camps. We have one in June, that's for ages 7+, another one in July, also for 7+. Then we have our little ninjas, which are the cutie pies, and that is for age 5 to 7. So, the video is working. And this is actually a teamwork exercise where they lift the staff, and they all have to work together to lift the staff. And you know.
So they're learning good skills and techniques and silliness.
Silliness.
And they're,
it's
you know,
very
it's okay to be silly in a group.
Oh.
And they're having fun.
So weapons camp, this should be fun. So this is nunchuck. This is the helicopter technique. Nerf wars, sword. So there's nunchuck. That's my son, my favorite son.
I take it he's your only
Yes,
son,
he is
right?
my only son, yes. So,
Well, Jackie, how many people what does your camp look like on a day-to-day basis? How many children
our
do you
camp,
see?
we actually max it out at 30.
Okay.
So we have anywhere from 20 to 30 kids. Some are half day. They come for half days. Some come for the whole week. Some just come for a couple of days. But we have fun. We play games. We have structured games. We have drills. One of the things I like is during lunch, they have their lunch break. We don't allow electronics during camp. And we get out the board games. And they play Monopoly, which y'all may be old enough to remember.
Yeah.
We do.
They Monopoly, Connect Four, Scrabble, chess.
Right.
So they have a great time doing
Just put
that.
the electronics up, though, for a while, right?
Yes.
That's a
Get
good
enough of that,
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. They so if they're in before care or after care, they can
Now,
use
do y'all have early drop off, or so people can pay a little extra and come early or stay a little later
Yes.
in the summer, which is important for a lot of
no
working
doubt.
parents.
Yeah, for a lot of working parents.
And then the kids sleep good at the end of the day.
They actually do, because parents are like, well, should I bring them to class later that late? And I'm like, no, they're going to be tired.
So what is the best way for them to reach you? Because we've only got about 30 seconds. Tell us how to get in touch with you so people can sign up.
Our phone number is 272-KICK. So 272-KICK. Yes.
That is easy
I
to
like it
remember.
yes.
225-272-KICK. Yep. And so we really do thank you for coming, Jacky Tullier with American Family Martial Arts. Chard, such a pleasure for you to co-host with me.
Thank you, Kay, for allowing me to sit in today.
Yes.
Betsy, I
Well,
appreciate
thank Kay for that.
It's been a pleasure. Jackie, it's great visiting with you.
Yeah. And just remember, when you're going to rock it, make sure you rock it right. Rock It Right with Betsy Barnes and Dr. K. Solar is brought to you by these generous sponsors. Partners One, Better Barter for Baton Rouge and beyond.
Mary Bird Perkins, Our Lady of the Lake Cancer Center, Selassie Jewelry and Fine Gifts, Advantage Health Solutions with Dr. Boyd Michael Helm, Hightower Dental Concepts with Dr. Leah Larson, City Group Hospitality including City Pork Brasserie and Bar, City Pork Catering, City Slice, City Taco, Rouge Creole, and Beau Soleil.
Talent 360 Consulting with Vicki Little. Jeff Taylor, Realtor and Forester with Whitetail Properties. The 3rd Street Songwriters Festival. Elite Chiropractic with Dr. Ron McMorris. LouisianaIsATrip.com. Take one. Thank you for making our show possible.